Hey, Rose, happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good week. If you're one of those people that had an extended weekend, I hope you enjoyed it. Get ready for Juneteenth this weekend. I hope you got your boots on the ground stuff ready, your fans and all of that, because y'all know we're going to do it. So make sure you have yours for this Juneteenth weekend. I'll have our co host introduce herself and then we will get started. Tonight's topic is an extension of last week, different perspective. Because I've noticed these bad, I can't say a cuss word at the beginning, are they got some self-esteem issues. So we'll talk about that. And then I do have somebody to recognize under Black history. So co-host, introduce yourself.
Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody's staying cool these hot days. Well, maybe it ain't that hot where everybody else is at. It's hot by me. Everybody,
It was down here. It was like 80, mid 80s today, but like
oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
it's
sun.
in, it's in the 90s up here. So at 7:30, it's already hot. So everybody stay hydrated and drink your ice cold water.
I do not promote this water, and please don't go buy it all. It's very good, and I need it for myself. So
I
let's
don't
start.
see it no more. I never see it no more since the 99-cent store is closed. I never see that water no more.
Really, I buy it at Winco,
Oh yeah, I don't really go to Winco, so that's probably why.
Winco grocery outlet. They have it other places too. I love it. So when I see it, I just clear the shelf. Let's see here.
Yeah, I do like
So,
that water.
you do?
Hmm.
Okay. So there is a woman by the name of Africa. She was a felon and now she has passed the bar. I think that is absolutely amazing. And it goes to show that no matter what cards you're dealt, you can still be something. What state did she pass it in? Last name, oh, it's perfect. Now it's up on the screen. Um,
New
she
York.
she has, of course, thank you. She has, of course, gone viral. I think that is good that something good finally went viral. And we need to see more of this because some people get out of these situations, no matter what the reason is that it happened. As long as it's not messing with kids or going on an unaliving spree, I don't think it's you should be able to regain your life, right? These
Mhm.
things isn't prison is
That's
supposed to
what
be about
that's what that's what you're supposed to go to prison for. Well,
right,
to
right,
reform, yeah, like you supposed to. It's supposed to make you do better when you get out. That's what the programs and stuff were supposed to be designed for. But in America, it's probably not really that way.
right. Because I know some felons and they don't have another chance. So I will start out with a video so we can get started. Of course, we want to thank Armand Wiggins. His report and account of events, he is so animated. He needs to be in theater or something. So it's really nice to see when he recaps the whole day of court. The caps are, of
Yeah.
course, from court and from today. I love when he recaps because he kind of gives you the flavor of the person on the stand. If he's referring to somebody in the audience or in the jury, he tells you how they feel. And then he also tells you how he feels. So it's animated as hell. So we're going to go through three clips. The first one is going to be a little gold digger-ish. One is going to be about Young Miami. That girl name keep coming up. It's the jealousy for me. I'm telling y'all, jealousy and envy. Look it up. Just type in Google or Chat GPT or whatever amazing thing you are using right now and type in the power of jealousy in the Bible. And the stories are insane. Joseph is a good one. I love Joseph. The book of Joseph is good. And then the last one is going to be more relatable. It's going to be things that are occurring, which we're talking about, that are everyday things. So like the example of being trafficked. If you flew somebody out and they don't enjoy what happened while they were there, that is then trafficking. If they say they don't want to do it, some of those people of the videos that we've seen where people are talking about they got flued out and then yes, I'm gonna keep saying flued out because that's what people be saying when it was real fancy, the bad bitches. Yeah. Um, you get flued out, but then great, maybe she can put you right. That would be great. When you get flued out and people don't get a plane ticket back and things like that, you can actually be in trouble for that. If this shit goes through, I need everybody to keep paying attention because this is everyday stuff that's happening that if they're able to use this, it's gonna be a lot of wives and a lot of baby mamas coming for y'all ass. I'm just saying. So you might want to start being nice to them right now because y'all gonna be in trouble. Here we go. So here is the first clip. Y'all want to do Gold Digger or Young Miami? Which one you want to do, Rose? Because you love this topic.
It don't matter. Like, it don't
Okay. Okay, let's start out with Gold Digger. Because according to everybody's perception, oh my gosh, she only got 10K a month and he was only paying her rent. And that's all he did for her. And she was just so broke. She just had to keep going because how dare you break up with me and not keep paying the rent? That's so crazy. Here we go.
well, she getting paid still. So
There it is. Bye bye.
They they said, "Well, did he just randomly send you money?" She said, "Yes." Over the course of 3 years, he just sent you over 150K off GP, right? She said, "Yeah." So he just sent her about $150,000 over the last 3 years. He would just send her money. Is it true that you said you only date providers? She said, "Well, yes. I mean, typically a woman like me dates men that, are protectors and providers. As a woman, I feel like, that's the kind of man that I want. And I want a man to take care of home, and as a woman, I feel like I deserve that."
So, what did you feel when you heard that, Rose? How did you feel? And tell us in the chat, how do you feel? As a woman,
so
you deserve to be
I feel
taken care
as a well, it's like she is telling the truth, kind of, because
of.
all women do want somebody that's gonna provide and take care of them. But
What's the key word she used, though? Take care
I
of home.
take care. I'm like, what was the key word? To take care of her. Hell, that was the key word. Take
She
care of
said,
her.
take care of home. The Lulu.
So, well, maybe to her, home is where she's living. I don't know, but I do feel like some of it was right. Every woman really does want that. A woman can say that they
Absolutely.
don't want that, but you really do. That is what the American dream for a woman is to have a man that takes care of you. But until you
Absolutely.
find a husband that can do that and it ain't no strings attached, then you gonna have to work until then.
Until you find a
Yeah,
husband.
until you find a husband that's gonna do that.
Right. Or she wasn't saying take care of my home. She was expressing what the man should do. The man should take care of home. The man is taking care of his home. That's not your home though. You don't
That's
share
his
a home.
home.
Huh?
I said that's his home.
That's an extended Airbnb. You all are renting. Okay. He didn't even buy it. Okay. And if you had better negotiation skills, you may have gotten that. Who knows? Maybe when he asked you what you wanted and what you were looking for, you should have stated all of those things. You didn't.
Like, buy me a
Let's
house.
because
Buy me a house.
I would have. I would have. Let's recap on how they got together. Rose, how did they get together?
They was on a girls trip with her friend that was dating Diddy.
Mhm. And then what happened?
Diddy was being slick, asked her for her number. She gave it to him. They start
Mm,
texting while on the girls trip still with her friend that was dating him there.
mm,
Then after the friend got engaged a few months later to somebody else and moved to London, then she felt like it was the green light that she really, really could talk to him. That's how they started talking. But she still was on some scandalous mess in the beginning. Like, that's your friend. Y'all on a trip that he paid for her and her friends to come, and you slotted him your number.
mm. So how did she present herself?
As a gold digger, I mean, she
And
probably
a
felt like,
horrible friend.
yeah, and a horrible friend. You see somebody, your friend, or probably what he was doing for the friend. But of course, it's Diddy. You know he's a billionaire, so you like, if he trying to talk to me, let me talk to him. It don't matter if my friend is talking to him. I could see if it was a friend that was okay with him and probably would have been like, because a lot of young girls are like that now. But I need to Google and see how old she is.
She was
Um,
33 when they started. She was grown, 33.
Okay, I thought she was like our age. Um, so she still was grown, but it's still girls that's okay with them dating the same person if it's like a rich person like that, because they'd be like, okay, we both just gonna get the money. But the friend was not feeling that. Like she didn't like it. That's how they met.
So they say the way you get them is the way you lose them. The way you get them is the way they treat you. All of those things actually matter. And to be fair, there are women and men that you can have a whole one night stand and that man will still respect you. It's an aura about you. It's the way that you present yourself. It's the way that you talk. It's the way you carry yourself. It's the way you control that situation. You can't go into it. If you're going to do it, own the shit. If you're going to have a one night stand, make it clear, oh, I'm doing this because I want to do this. I mean, if you get yours,
Right.
that's great. However, I'm doing this for me. Those type of women typically get chased and still get respected as well. So let's just be clear. Nobody is saying you have to be perfect, but homegirl, you were everything except perfect. You legit was on a trip with your friend and you got his number slid to you. There's no way. See, I'm a different type of friend, sister, woman. Even if I came and it's just somebody a part of the group that I don't rock with like that, I don't even know. I'm not that type of woman. He would have never gotten my phone number because that's
Right.
just not how I get down. It doesn't make any sense. And child, you can't say what her name is. Unfortunately, her child's father has said it. So if you know it, you know it, but they're scrubbing the internet and stuff like that.
But she shouldn't even
Not
be
there
a Jane.
yet. Not there yet. Um,
No, I'm
but
saying she shouldn't even be a Jane Doe anymore. Everybody know who she is.
I really don't think so either, bro. At this point, I mean, let it go. You didn't even change your hairstyle. The hairstyle gave it away. As soon as I saw the drawing, I was like, no, that couldn't be her. And y'all, up until the point of him being arrested, everything, that girl was still dating him. She was, in fact, on her way to the Miami house when it got raided. So now to be testifying and to be talking like this, you legit was with him up until then. He's still paying for your home. He's still paying attorney fees. He's still taking care of you. And you're talking like this. But let's just be clear. He asked you what you wanted to be in that type of relationship that y'all had. When he asked you what you wanted, you should have knew then it wasn't about love. That was a business contract. That was a homie lover friend. And
And he
I
said it. As soon as he said it, he said, "You got your love contract. Like you know what comes with this now. So you can't say you didn't know. You knew
agreed.
exactly why he was paying your 10K rent."
Right. And he technically asked you what you wanted to be in the relationship. You said 15.
Well, that's insane. Like I would have. I'm telling you, I would have started at
Well, what would you have said? What would y'all
50.
in the comments? What number would you have said?
50.
If you
I would
know
have
it's a
started at 50.
billionaire, you would have
50.
started at 50.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have started at 52.
It
A
ain't no
nice
way I would have
round
started at no
number.
15. Like you're a billionaire. Like
Yeah,
you spend 15K at going out in one day.
no,
Like
for
no, I
real.
need about 50 racks a
I
month.
would have. Um, but the thing is, you also have to bring value. So we'll get into that later. But I think that I would have started at 50K as well because it doesn't, you don't know how long it's going to last. You want to maximize your opportunity. I think I would have asked for that amount as well. And you know that he probably wouldn't have met, I would have haggled with him too. I wouldn't have settled for 10. But because she asked for 10 and then her rent was 10, I'm pretty sure that's running through his business because he frequents there so much and he uses it for
Mm-hmm.
travel. Now, when he comes out here, he doesn't have to pay for anything else. So he technically, that is completely legal to use that residence as a business residence. Or use it for business travel and write off the rent. Sometimes it's cheaper, but he ended up just paying the rent because of the amount. I'm pretty sure that's why he ran it that way, like all smart business people would do. But that's her. Girl, you set yourself up for failure and you too
Man,
old. You already been with somebody that's in the game. If you ask me, your baby daddy is 10 times worse than Diddy. He's a different type of evil.
Yeah, he is. And
He's a
child.
different type of evil. Yeah. He's childish as hell. Even putting you out there. Like, why would he do something like that? Even when they first started messing around, he was calling her all kind of whores and all this different kind of stuff. If you're not with her anymore, why you can't leave her
But
alone?
he was, but the cold thing about it is that he, you know, with his first baby mama, when she left him after that, he put that, who that was close. He
That
put her
girl.
on, yeah, he put her on a pedestal and made it seem like she was so much better than his other baby mama. And then look,
Well, I will just and start me. Well, here's the thing. She already had a business. So she had a clothing line and another business because that actually came up today. She did have those two businesses and they brought that up. And he also invested.
invested, and didn't ask for none of that money back.
He gave it to her. So I don't understand where they're going with this particular person other than if you're it's all about how the jury takes it. But if you a regular everyday person, most people in this economy, that's the wrong shit to hear because most people are thinking, I wish I had money like that. So what, you had a bunch of sex and you got paid very well for it. You got paid very well for your lifestyle to be with the person that you wanted to be with, doing the things you wanted to do,
I
experiencing
don't
the
think
things
he
you
got
wanted to
paid very
experience.
well.
I didn't say that. I said you think about the jury in this economy. In this economy, any one of us would love an extra $10,000.
Oh, okay. I thought you said for what
Yeah,
she was doing. Oh,
no. Um, no, ma'am. Is that for what she did? Is that enough for me? It's not. Do I think it was a real issue with her? I don't. She did it too easily. And then when she moved from not wanting to do that, you move right over to OnlyFans. Do you think about your kid, man? So no, she don't have she there's a lot of things that she do that I don't think that I would do. I wouldn't be comfortable having a babysitter on speed dial to completely just leave my kids the way that she can. We're on a reverse since people want to compare. Young Miami goes back and be with her kids. She's with Diddy when they have something business related, when they're doing something fun, or every now and then. She's the definition of Cat Williams saying sometimes you just got to tell Diddy no. But again, I think once you set that standard with him, it seems like he follows it because she didn't ever say she had no pushback. They don't ever look like they was arguing. I'm pretty sure they had disagreements, but nobody's saying nothing about them. So I don't know. So let's take a look at what she had to say about Young Miami.
You
Crazy
was
bitch.
upset with Young Miami, right? Yeah, I didn't like her. Why? Well, because when she started dating Diddy, he was he was rolling out the red carpet for her, and she would post up on Instagram with her. It was really hard to watch. I was pissed because he went public with her. I didn't like Jeannie either. I didn't like Jesse because he took her to London. He showers Young Miami's with gifts, got her a Maybach. So she asked for a Van Cleef. So Diddy bought it. I think, and this is where she shaded her. I think she also said that hoe was ran through and she slept with all of your friends and you buy her a Chanel bag? Well, let me show you the case too. But you remember this. Take me to Chanel, nigga. Take me to Chanel, nigga. Remember? And so she was pissed about that Chanel bag. I don't give up who you're laying up with. That B is super ran through. She, all of your friends. He closed down the store so she could go shopping. And they said, so you didn't get a Chanel bag? She said, this when she got sassy. She said, no, I only got trauma. Everybody gagged. They said, well, what about the Bottega bag? She said, Gergo said, what's a Bottega bag? How much is that? She said, I'm sure you have one of those. Everybody was like, ooh, like, girl, don't play with me. You know what a Bottega bag is, and you know how much they are. Gergo said, how much does a Bottega bag cost? And she said, how much does my body cost?
So,
And if she going
shameless,
off of that, she's still lowering her standards.
shameless plug. The new planner is out. Let me tell y'all. This is one of my favorite color pages. Let me show it to you. But let me tell you, at the bottom of each one is an affirmation. These affirmations are for the things that we would tell ourselves now if we were talking to the 16-year-old or teen-year-old of ourselves. Some of us need to go back and heal that little girl. Not only do some of us need to go back and heal that little girl inside of us, some of us need to be talking to our daughters and our sons with the stuff that we would have told ourselves. How many of y'all actually do that? Do you go back and think, this is something I would have wanted to know at that age? And so you make sure that you instill that in the youth around you, your nieces, your children that are coming up. Buy this planner for you and for any young girls around you. Hell, some of our mamas need it too, because some of them haven't healed because they came from an age where you really didn't talk about stuff. But that's really important. So shameless plug, but totally necessary, because people we need some healing. So let's go back real quick, because there was a comment that came up and I wasn't ready for it yet. He gave her 150 a year. That's a house, correct? That's why none of us can really understand why
But he didn't say a year. That she said she got that throughout the 3 years.
But if you get 10K a month plus the money
But
that he was
still,
given,
but yeah, if he
it's
was
still
giving it
well
to
over.
her.
It's still well over. Even if you split it into 50 for each year, it's still that amount of money. The point is, you should, the same thing we said, you should have had him just
She should have,
buy.
bought a house, because you
It
had
should have been
them.
a
That's what I'm
mortgage.
saying. It wasn't like she was getting the 10K. They paying it directly to the landlord. So she really still ain't getting
That's what she chose.
Yeah.
That's what she chose. That's what she chose. And she just admitted he was still giving her money. She got mad at Young Miami for getting a car. And so she turned around and got a different car. So the man didn't deny her anything. So everybody else created that
She just
narrative.
mad that she didn't get it as what my Young Miami was getting. Like those purses, that still don't add up to no Chanel purse. Those purses is like
But the purse,
$10,000.
no, the purse she got, a lawyer pulled it up. The purse that she got, they showed the
No,
pictures.
pull it up right now. Those is like 3,500
The
to
one
10.
she got was $40,000. Either way, you're getting what you asked for. You're getting what you asked for. Like she said, did
But
you
she
want a
wanted
Chanel
a
bag? She
Chanel
said
purse.
no. She said no. The transcript says she said no.
She lying, because she would have never even said she get a Chanel purse.
Why people can't just listen to what people say? If she don't want one, she don't. I love
But why
Chanel.
would she bring? But she wanted it because she would have never
I
brought it up.
think she was mad at the experience. You have to think about it. Even though he's buying her things like her birthday. Yes, let's use her birthday as an example. They said that in the transcripts, she said when she got to the hotel room, the room was filled with gifts. It was set up really nice, all of these things, right? But when it was time for them to go out where they're supposed to go out to, they didn't. And they ended up going to just a lounge. But you watch somebody else go out and they're enjoying their time with this person and they're being spoiled. She also mentioned he shut down the Chanel store for her. Right. So her bag was the bag she wanted. Even if she wanted Coach, that's the bag she wanted. Even if she wanted the car she wanted, that's the car she wanted. But she's literally watching Young Miami do TikToks of them doing these things together, him walking behind her, him protecting her, him providing for her, him giving her experiences, them laughing and being there together, right?
Everything that she wants.
Everything that she wants, but that's not the contract that she signed up for. So getting caught up on the semantics of this versus that, I don't think it's a good idea, because she's getting what she's asking for. Like she said, she got this car. Well, I asked for this one and they gave it to me. Okay, I called him and told him she flew in one day and didn't bring everything that she needed. Oh, can you send such and such to go get
It's the
what I
shoe.
need? And he went and got everything that she needed. So it's nothing that he actually withheld from her. You cannot compare her to Young Miami for a very valid reason. And this is the reason. Number one, negotiation skills. That's number one. You came in not negotiating like a boss. Number two, you have no value to add. You didn't come in with a value. They each have, Sean and Miami have a value to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Even Cassie and Diddy had a value to each other. You came in as the girl, as the baby mama of the person that he is an enemy with. You came in also wanting it to fly under the radar. You wanted it. What did you say? The house has privacy. You said those things because that's what you wanted to. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with your baby daddy. But either way, what you wanted for was for him not to deal with anybody else. That's what you truly wanted. You wanted him to yourself.
And if you
Go ahead.
really think about it, Young Miami was the only one he really flaunted around, because he didn't flaunt around Gina and all that stuff like that either. It was only Young Miami.
Mhm. But it was for business, and he actually liked
Allegedly.
it. Allegedly, I personally think it's because of her business acumen, being a part of the streets, being all the flavor that she had. It reminded him of Kim. That's just what I think. I think it
And I
very
think
much
so.
did.
I think the reason why he flaunted Young Miami around too, I think he liked her, but it still was a business deal, and she added to it, him being able to sell that Deleon and everything,
Right.
because if it wasn't for her, them young people would not have been drinking Deleon, and he know them the people that's gonna buy all the liquor and everything. So he got something out of the deal. Like we said, she came with something to the table. She didn't have to depend on Diddy for
Right.
nothing. If he
Right.
told her if she didn't do this, he can't say, if you don't do this, I'm not doing this for you, because she could do everything for herself. You, on the other hand, if you don't do what I tell you, you ain't about to have no house over your head. So it's all the way different, ma'am.
Well, she would have a house over her head because she gets 4,700 in child support. So she would have a roof over her head. She wouldn't have what she
That
wanted.
luxury, yeah, the luxury
Perhaps what
roof
she,
over her
yeah,
head.
what she wanted over her head, which is, a difference, and that's a choice. But the thing is, you would not be completely unhoused because, like, so many people are asking, what were you doing before you got with him? Because you were an influencer, you were moving up, you had, what happened to that momentum that you had, that you should have looked at this like an opportunity, like Young Miami did, to transition. You should have looked at this like, I'm not going to make the same mistakes that I made with the father of my child.
But I
Because
think that's why she didn't want it to be public, because I feel like if she would have, we all know he would have trolled her. So
he
if that's
already
how,
has started. So that's why I think so too.
yeah, I think that's the only reason why she would not have went public with him. I think if that wasn't her baby daddy, she would have, for
I think
sure.
so. I think so. I think she would have wanted to, but
Hmm.
I don't think it, again, is way too many layers. And you signed up for this. You have the layer of who your baby daddy is, so what he will do if he finds out, for real, for real. You have the fact that they are enemies, so you don't know if this man is going to play you. And I'm pretty sure that was a part of the psyche as well, that is connected to that somehow. Then you watching him out there be with somebody else, but you already know that he's with somebody else. But your thing is, you probably want everybody to just not be seen. That's what you want. You don't want
Yeah,
somebody
just
to,
everybody to stay private.
yeah, like kind
Because
of
he
like a
told
Gina.
you that that's the lifestyle he had in the beginning. He dated a lot of women, but you
He
was
said
okay
polygamy.
with it until you seen it in your face.
Right, right. And that brings me to my next point. It goes back to the same point with how you meet somebody and you can have a one night stand and they can respect you, marry you, had a kids, all of that. It's all about you. If you are not one of those people that can date somebody and be completely comfortable with what they do and not give a shit, that's not the kind of setup for you, even if it includes money. Because logically, her stuff, including money and a roof over her head, number one, she should have went in for a mortgage. Number two, if she didn't, she should have, that was still money that you would have been able to put up. So whatever you was paying in rent before, you could have been putting it up. That way, when it ended, you had money. You
Something,
should have
yeah.
you should have never stopped your social media stuff because Young Miami didn't. You should have never stopped your business stuff. You should have
Or you would have
kept
made,
them.
you should have made him pay for what you would have been making. I would have showed him what I was making every month,
I
and
wouldn't have
now I
wanted
can't
to
do it.
stop. That's the thing, y'all. There's a reason why we keep showing up, right? We don't have some huge following, some big platform yet, but you still keep showing up in a space where you're an entrepreneur, you have to keep showing up because when it hits, number one, you want a lot of things to be behind you so they don't see one viral video and then go looking for other things and it's nothing there. You don't create one shirt if you're creating a clothing line. You create several of them. You bring out several pieces at a time and you keep going and adding to it. There's no way in an influencer space, just as quick as you go away, she wasn't hot enough. If you just as quick as she went away, look, she couldn't return to it. At the very least, you didn't keep modeling your stuff. You didn't bring him your ideas about that because since y'all both was in that space, that was the one thing that you had with him that nobody else had. So you could have brought that to him. When you're calling and talking about going to be with him and you quickly adapt to that space with the, oh, send them to do this for me. Oh, send them to do that. You also could have been talking while y'all was laying in the bed because y'all cuddled. Y'all watched whatever show was his favorite show. I forgot what they said it was,
Crime
but
TV,
you could have been
something
talking.
crime.
It was something with a crime TV, but y'all could have been talking about business then. That would have let him see you in a different light instead of just, I keep my nails and my hair done. So if he, he just gives me such short notice, he wouldn't have been able to give me short notice with kids, with a
No.
kid. That should have never happened. You should have put that boundary up because I'm pretty sure he kept his boundaries with his kids. And if
Yeah,
you would
you
have
couldn't
done
even
that,
go around his. You couldn't. She couldn't even go around the kids.
oh yeah.
The sons, yeah, but I think he did not never let like them go around his daughters. The
Yeah.
sons is different, but the daughters, no.
That's why they mentioned a picture of young Miami with the girls specifically and said that that picture upset her. That must be it. She
Mhm.
must not been able to go around because she mentioned the sons because she said when she got to Miami, when the house was raided and stuff, the sons was there and she went,
And on the CNN thing when she was there when it went live, dropped live, she was at his house and the son came in the room to tell her.
right,
Oh, the
right,
sons can be there. It's just the girls.
because they're younger, which makes sense. And they
Yeah,
lost
it
their
makes
mom.
total sense. It
Yeah,
makes
because you're
total
not
sense.
my girlfriend. You're not my girlfriend. But how you position it and how you talk to that man, you did that to yourself. So this is what I believe. I think that just like any other woman, and of course I'm going to speak for the plus size women, you grow up thinking that what you have that's different than somebody else is the reason why certain things don't happen for you. So if you're fat, you believe because I'm fat, this is happening. If you're a darker complexion, because I'm a darker complexion, that's why this is happening. If you don't have a certain length or grade of hair, you believe those things. But according to social media layout, these is the bad bitches. These is the best of the best. These is the ones that the 50 cents will disrespect your previous baby mama and put this baby mama on a pedestal. And that's what's wrong with some of these damn girls. You've been put on a pedestal for very superficial shit. And that really goes to your head and you're not a girl's girl. So you okay with another girl being treated like that as long as you the one being put on a pedestal versus
Mhm.
saying, oh, I don't need all that. That's the mother of your child. I'm
Right.
cool. I don't need that type of validation. That's what you should be doing. So most of them, it looks like in the entertainment space, do drugs. I don't really hear about y'all eating. Y'all probably need some protein and fiber in your diet because there's no nutrients going to your brain. You need sense. You don't have sense. And you probably come from a space where they still carry that behavior of um, I'll let my daughter date an older man as long as he makes good money and he can take care of her. Like the girl that's going on TikTok right now. Have you seen her? She just did her graduation and she's mad at her mom for not going to her graduation.
Oh,
But
I seen it, but
but
I didn't know if it was the truth or not. Like I'm like,
no,
is she
it's true. Her mom didn't go because her boyfriend is 30 something and she does not agree with that. And they've been dealing with each other since before she was 17. She is now 18. But the mom is like, I don't agree with that. I'm not going. And she is really going in on her mom, but all of the comments is really going in on her. Like, how does a 35-year-old, 35, I think, year old man want you? I wouldn't be cool with that either if I was your mom. If
right?
you cared about your mom, he wouldn't have been there because that's really disrespectful to your mother. She's trying to raise you. You clearly don't listen. And she like, you gonna let some nigga get between coming to my graduation? No, you let a dude come
Right.
between the graduate. Take ownership because there's no way that you should have had a male there. Or here's the best part. You could have just shut the hell up and told him if he was gonna come, I don't know if the mom know what he looks like or whatever, but you could have just kept your mouth shut. You could have did that too and told him, I'll catch you after, or have him take you out before. But you going into a space knowing you can't mix those two together.
Right.
That's what she's supposed to do as a mom. I don't understand. But it seems like a lot of these bad bitches think that because they have had surgery, they have done all these things, and they just go for anything. They just go for anything. And that really makes me sad for them, because I didn't know that it was as bad as what we've been hearing. Because y'all know when a case come out or something go viral, y'all know everybody got to do their story time.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of hurts my heart, because I be thinking, why would you want to be a mistress? Why would you want to have drugs thrown down your throat? And it's really not fair to say, well, he gave it to me, because let's bring it down to our level. If you go to a party and they passing around a bottle, that party is lit because they had their alcohol there. You didn't have to bring it. If you go and they pass it around a joint, if you smoke, you're going to smoke it, and you're not going to. They provided that for the party, and you're completely grown enough to do it. With a different caliber of people, they have a different caliber of drugs, and those been around since forever, since Elvis and them time. They've been around, that you could have whatever you want when you go to these parties. So did he make her do it? She haven't said yet that he did. You know, to be with him, that's something that he likes. You got a choice. Girl, I'd have been in a 1-bedroom apartment before I'd have allowed that to happen, but you didn't need to. With the money you was making, plus plus you got businesses, you did that to yourself, homegirl. Sorry, not sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. So let's listen to this, because while people say, I would never do that, most of us have in some respect. So I'm going to show you. It's called Keep the Lights On, because that's what he likes to say. Diddy is full of analogies and names. He named her crack pipe, y'all.
Right. That was funny. CP. CP.
Rose.
That was
And she
funny.
went for it.
Yeah,
How do you not say, I'm going to need another name? I mean, I don't
but
want
she liked
another
it
one.
because she said, "Oh, it means he's addicted to my body." So she liked it.
So he could have called you seduction. He could have called you
Yeah,
addiction.
like
My alter ego is
right.
seduction. I don't want to be called crack. I don't
That
even
was
want to be
so
with
funny.
nobody that he don't even smoke crack. Crack is rack and crack is cheap. He make too much money to smoke crack. He couldn't have called you Zanny.
I don't want to be called none of that, but crack pipe. That was funny.
I mean, well, Bert and Ernie wasn't no better.
If I'd
Remember
rather be
Bert and
called Bert
Ernie?
and Ernie, I'd rather be called
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie than a crack.
Yes, all day long, all day long. So let's see if you keep the lights on. After you listen to this, make sure you say in the chat if this is you, even if you're listening to this on replay. I want to know how many people are honest, because I got about 100 of them in the watch. Okay.
Diddy was telling her, like, you know what I'm saying? You got your contract. We had a good time. You got your love contract. Girl, we in it. We had a good time together. You the crack pipe, blah, blah, blah. And she was so happy. But you got to think, she gets to go find any house that she wants. So she's about to start looking for a new spot. That was the next message she sent to Diddy. I know that it's a big place, but for our time and our family, it's quiet, it's safe, and has privacy, and a school district for my child. It was a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, $10,000 a month. She got approved. She needed first and last. And then they said she needed 2 months rent. I don't know. I forget how much. She needed a total of $40,000 to move in. Didi, of course, had to pay for that. Let me know what you think about the backyard. It's your place too. Thank you. This is the voice note. Thank you so much, baby. I love you and I'm so thankful. Girl, if you just got a $40,000 place or $10,000 a month place too, and you did a quiet freak off in Turks and Caicos and you bagged Diddy, I'm sure you're gonna be like, yeah. We had a great time. I'm staying in the lie, daddy. I'm staying in that motherfucking lie. Ooh. but I'll stay in the light. I'm in that light. Can I get this house now? Some of y'all do that every day. Some of y'all marriages right now stand in the light. Some of y'all don't got no job, but you stand in the light because that nigga got a job. Some of y'all stand in the light. Because what? You need somebody to pay your rent. And if you don't stay in that light, you won't get those bills paid. You won't get that new wig, that new cut, that new color. So sometimes you have to stay in the light, even when you can't stand that motherfucker. You just have to be quiet and stay in the light until you get what you get. Then you thank you, baby, thank you, baby, thank you, baby, thank you. And you look over like, I didn't want to do that, but I had to get my place. How many of y'all have stayed in the light, amen? I know I've stayed in the light before.
I can't stand him. I promise I can't. He be having me crying laughing.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure most people can relate. Even if, let's see, you keep that raggedy ass baby daddy around because he babysits sometimes so you can go to the store. So it's a little bit more comfortable. You don't want to let go of anything. If you don't want to let go of anything, you are guilty too. I'm just saying, you, us, we, you are guilty too. Because you want what comes with it. You just don't want the other shit. But it's probably 90% good and it's that 10%. The question is, though, you have to think because nobody is perfect. How much of that, what is that 10% that you can tolerate? So it seemed like she could tolerate some of those things. This is what I think about that. I'm going to be honest. I think she enjoyed, most women have a fantasy of having more than one person at a time, just not with the person that they love, just so you're clear. Then you also want it to be less of that and more of you with the person. She legit is not getting any memories, if you will. You want public affection, you want to be out with your person. And yes, they went on vacations, but I mean out like going to the mall, going to get couples massages. You want to do things together. You want
The
to be able
regular
to cope.
couple things.
Yeah. You want to not have to filter your everyday life all the time. You want to be able to do those things. And once you see other people out, I think you start to feel like a secret. Just because even though y'all agreed to that, I think she started to feel like a secret. But she was a secret.
I was about to say, ain't no feel. She was a secret.
But she had to be a secret for herself too.
But she still, I think, it's still the fact that she
That's
didn't
why
see
she
him
started
with
to hate.
nobody. She didn't see him with nobody before because just think she was after Cassie. So she didn't see him with nobody. We didn't see him with nobody after Cassie. The
Mm-mm.
next person we seen publicly with him was Young Miami. Now we heard about the other girl, Gina, and all that stuff,
Right.
but we still never saw them together.
No, we didn't. We didn't see him like that. So that's what she signed up for, y'all. So I don't know. You need to be careful. But man, the sooner you can stop using words like we, this is your house too, our backyard, that's creating a fantasy in your head. And it's also letting him know that he got you locked in. You should have said, thank you for getting this for me. Me and my son will enjoy it. When you come to visit, things like that. Like, why are you talking to him like y'all a big happy family when y'all
And then
never
he
even been to
still
Starbucks?
used that. It wasn't like that was still a safe haven for her because he still made her have hotel nights there too. So it's not like you could escape everything else and be like, oh, I'm going home to my safe haven because sometimes they was coming over there and doing it too. So I would have been like,
So
this
you
is
missed
my
it. Wait. You must have missed it. She said, I know it's 4 bedrooms, but it's perfect for us and what we do. She said it when
oh,
she presented the
I didn't
place
see
to
that.
him.
And I didn't even read that part either. I was about to say I didn't even read
Go
that.
back and read it. It's perfect for That's why she's calling it their place. It's perfect for us and what we do. That's why she called out, I know it's big, but it's perfect for us.
And
So
then why
you
would you
opened
even
it up.
put that around your son? Even though your son ain't
Well,
gonna be there, but still, like, no, we is not doing none of that here. If you want a house for that, then get another house next door, and we can do that. And get the
Airbnb.
house next door. Like, we're not
I
doing
would
that
think so
my
as
space.
well.
But I think she said that just so he could really still get it. Like,
I
oh,
think
let
so.
me say,
Again. So what is that showing? That's showing she's being a manipulator as well. She's using what she got to get what she wants. She's doing the same shit. You're just mad because things are not going your way now, but you absolutely positioned it that way. And you positioned it that way so that he would one come and see you more, see it as y'all place, and you could do little things to make you want him to be there because you want him to frequent there. You rather be there than a hotel because you want it to at some regard feel like it's your space. It's y'all's together. This is where we come. If you want the we's and the us.
yeah,
But
no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
I don't think I could do that either. Well, not even I don't think I could because when Skylar and Kiera was here, when they was young, they have seen two men. They saw Corey and they saw Marcus.
Yeah,
That's my
well,
husband.
that's what
That's my
those,
best.
and I always say when people come into your house, those are different spirits. Like you
Yes.
cannot do all that and then have your son up in there. It don't matter if that's a boy or a girl. Like that would be off limits. No,
I wonder if that's
oh,
why her and Diddy used to praise the Lord after to cleanse the room.
girl, there ain't enough praising the Lord in this world because soon if after y'all praising the Lord next week, it's another batch of people up in there. So no, it ain't enough
Right.
saved or nothing. Like no, this we need
And
another
then
house.
think about residue. Like I was watching court or one of those like first 48 something like that, and it was a grandma who was on um what's the one that was going around a lot, it was just out, what was it called, um that everybody was passing away from, and it be fentanyl. She was doing that, and she did it, and then she got her grandkids, she keeps them on the weekend, and she, I guess, started feeling bad, so had the person come back and give it to her, and it was on the table, just a little bit of residue. She thought she got it all up, and the grandson came into the living room and was like, "Grandma, I'm sleepy," and she was like, "Just get up here and go to bed." So he gets up there to go to bed. In the morning, she wake up and he was not alive, and so they tested the baby, and it was a small amount, but he's a baby.
Yeah, fentanyl, it don't matter if a baby or not. All you need is a small amount of fentanyl and you're gone. Like people don't
But she
understand
was
how
taking it. But she was doing, just disclaimer, y'all don't try. She was doing meth and then did that. So don't try nothing. But that's what happened with the baby. But like you, what would you say? Is you could only have a small amount and it could do the
yeah,
same thing.
fentanyl is very small amount and it can take you out. Like people don't understand that. But I don't even know why, not even if it wasn't a grandma, why anybody would have that around. Residue or not, you need to do that somewhere where nobody else is gonna be. Go outside and do that in your backyard or something.
Oh yeah, she did it in her room and again thought she got it up and it was a little bit on a straw. I remember it was a straw included and it was residue from where she must have touched her cigarettes or something. But it happened to the baby. It could be just that small of amount. Or what if one of the F off people flipped out, like what happened when um they accidentally recorded on the sex worker's phone instead of Diddy's phone. And once the sex worker saw that they had it, they try to blackmail them. What if they just show up to your house? What if they see the
Yeah,
picture of
that's
your
what I was
kid
just
on the
about to say.
wall?
That's why I said those different people coming to my house and then different spirits. Like, no, that I would not. But like I said, she said that so he could really be like, oh, okay, let's do it. Because it ain't no way I would have been like, oh, because of what we do. No, this is the house that I want for me for doing what you want me to do. It ain't got nothing to do with you bringing them entertainers to my house. No, sir.
Just because I would have listened. Here's what you
That's the
could have
house
said.
I want for me for
Period.
doing what you
Because
want me
I
to
want
do.
to be kept. You right.
Yeah.
I do want to be kept if I'm going to be with you. I want to be able to enjoy myself. I want to be able to work and maximize my work time and then spend the rest of my time with you. This is what I want so I could be comfortable. I can create content. I could work from here and I'm closer to everything. This is what I want. and I feel like I deserve to be one of your kept women. Period. That's what I would have said. Why
Mhm.
not? It's the truth. He could tell his truth. You could tell your truth. I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's not like he was looking for you to be completely faithful to him. He couldn't be. And if he was, that would have got taken care of right then too. Because you're gonna be faithful to him anyways.
And like she said, he didn't tell her she had to, but she wanted to. But in actuality, he would have had a problem with her messing with somebody else, even though
oh
he
girl, please. Of
like,
course.
boy, bye.
He would have threw all
Well, at
type of
least she got
tantrums.
time off now. He been in jail since September, and you ain't have to do nothing. So
It's some that she did on her own. So I bet you if she probably you girl, you ain't gone from doing all of that to doing nothing. She doing something. Um, and she waiting for him to get home. But Chad, after you done got up there acting a fool like that with all your jealousy, you didn't allow that to take over. I don't foresee this being good for you. I think your lawyers are going to be gone, and I think you might want to start
that's what
filing a
I
place.
said. I said need to be. If I was her, you better start looking for you a house. But I don't think he would be able to just stop paying for the house right now, because then the prosecutors can be like, look, for her being going up there, look, he took the house away. So he probably gonna still have to pay for that house a little while longer. But just think the case should be over by July. So after July, right? If I was her right now, I would be looking for somewhere else to stay.
But she should have already, because when he said they should break up because now you're doing OnlyFans and you on your feet now, you have your own income.
But
I
remember,
think
she
we should
said give me
just
three.
separate.
She said give me 3 more months because she was still in debt.
This is what I'm saying. So she should have already done it.
Well, yeah,
Those
she
three
should have, but
months
I
are
think that
already passed now.
yeah, those 3 months are past. But
Mhm.
she was still messing with him though. So I think
But the
he just
only reason it extended because he got arrested. That's why it got extended, because those were the 3 months. She was still within those 3 months, and they were amicable. Remember, they like he said, since we're getting along and everything is fine, they weren't arguing. It wasn't a part of a
no.
dispute. It
But
was a
she probably would
simple
have made it. She probably would
conversation
have made it to where no, I still need more time. I can't see
after
her
the
giving
three
that
months.
up because yeah, I can't see her giving that up because if that's the case, I don't want to be around you. We could be cool and we don't got to be around each other because you're still expecting me to do everything as if we were still messing around. But you telling me in 3 months because I got a job now that you ain't gonna pay for my place, but you still want me to do hotel
No,
nights and
he
all.
didn't. He said, let's not be together.
I know,
He
but he
said,
told her he would tell her that all the time, but she'll make it to where they'll be back together. I'm saying that she
she would
should,
make it to where they would be back together. It's
but I'm
both of
saying
them.
she should have just when he said that she should have just left it alone. She already know
Absolutely.
how he get down. He gonna
Right.
wind and dine her just like the last time. That was the only time she got a good birthday is when she didn't talk to him for those couple of months, and when she came back, then he had the dinner and all the gifts. So he would have knew how to get her back where he wanted her. She should have just left him alone.
And
Okay,
she knows how to get him back when she wants him back.
yeah. So she
Mhm.
was still gonna mess with him.
It's
Like,
very toxic. But I still think at that point, like he said, you're on your feet now. It's no reason why you shouldn't have started being prepared. And yours got extended because he ended up going in there and it just kept going or whatever.
yeah,
So it's really weird.
hopefully she got some good friends that would tell her, like, girl, you better be looking for you a place right now. Like, you should already have one lined up, unless she
I
can
think
pay
she should
for
already
that.
have one.
Yeah, unless she can afford to pay for it now, since she has her OnlyFans page up and going now. Maybe she could afford the 10,000 now.
Right. But hopefully she buys something. That's a lot of money to waste on renting. You could
But a
just
lot of
buy
them
something.
don't. A lot of them don't buy. They will rent.
I don't understand that to save my life. I would have a condo or something. If you want to buy your first property and let it be a condo, then let it be a condo.
But
You
just
don't
think
need
for
all that
somebody
space no
like
more
her,
now.
she not just think she gonna have to downgrade unless she got 10,000 to give every month. She's gonna have to downgrade, and she ain't about to want to downgrade to no condo after you done been in the 4 bedroom 10K house. So I could only imagine what it looks like.
That's why I say, ladies, if you are not in a space to operate in a fantasy space, realizing that it will be over one day and that you should be maximizing that experience to get what you need out of it as well, I don't think you should enter that space. because I think that's a lot of what her problem is jealousy and not being realistic and not being humble. I would have only wanted, even if somebody was helping me, I would want what I could afford. Because what if he one day passed away and his kids, that money goes to the kids and now you don't have it. It's not accessible to you. I always use passing away as the worst case scenario because that's one that you can't change. And it doesn't make it so emotional to where you have to think about, well, I don't want to think about us, not being together, but being alive. Think about if something happened to that person or if they lost every single thing, or if they, in his case, you know what he was doing. If he went to jail or went to rehab or went crazy and never came back. He's playing Russian roulette with his life with all of the different stuff he was taking. That could be over any day. Then what are you going to do?
I don't think they think about that. We can go into, what's her name? Wendy Williams' husband. I don't think he thought that gravy train was gonna be over. And when it stopped, he didn't ever save no money or nothing. He had to move out of that house. That girl had to move back in with her mama. The cars got taken away. They don't think about something that could happen. They just living in a moment. And she's living in a moment and still basing it off her looks. Look, right now she's doing OnlyFans. So she's still basing everything off her looks. And I'm pretty sure that is somebody, no matter what we have seen online about her, that will still provide for her after this. Because all they do is be the same. They mess with the same people.
Circulating.
Yeah.
Why
So
she
I'm
called Young
sure.
Miami a pass around?
Yeah, like, girl, come on now.
She said that. I said, she can't be serious. I said, she can't be serious. Not calling her a pass around. I'm done. Uh, what is, you reap what you sow. And she keeps sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing. So I just really don't understand. Her mentality is very interesting, and I don't understand because at any moment all of that could be gone because it doesn't belong to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't saved or nothing in all of this time.
I
Even if
bet
you was
you
getting
haven't.
47 while you was with, while you had child support from the father of your child, I would have made that cover everything for the house, for the kid, and everything I made. I would have saved half and did stuff with other half. I don't think some people are capable of living within their means to where it makes sense. And then you wonder why a man or a person or a friend or a business won't respect you. There
Mm-hmm.
are lines of business that I have worked in that if you have problems with your spouse and they find out and you're a male and you have problems with your wife, they be like, oh, you're not ready to be a manager yet. And the first time I heard that, I was like, what the hell I was at the plumbing company. I was like, what the hell does that have to do with work? And they like, oh, if you can't keep ordering your own home where those people have to listen to you, how am I going to trust that you can keep order at work? And then you may bring some of those things that you're not having order with over here and take it out on the employees. So no, you're not ready to be a manager yet. Get your house in order or either dissolve your house. And I'm like, well, I mean, okay. Like, I guess, but I guess if you are stressed out,
But I
that could
think some
be.
people, that's just if some people don't know how to turn their home life off when they get to work. You
But
got to
usually
learn.
males don't. Their ego.
Yeah, you got to learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. You can't bring whatever you're going through at home, which is human nature. You might be having some down days, but you
Yeah,
just cannot bring that every single day, whatever you're going through at
right.
home.
Like that manager that come in yelling at people and micromanaging. You typically, y'all, fun fact before we go, micromanagers are usually micromanagers because nobody in their house listens to them. Their kids don't listen and they out of order. The wife don't respect them. And if it's the woman that does it, because women micromanage as well, it's because the husband doesn't pay enough attention to her. So they do it to you so that you have to keep having a connection with them and they feel like they have authority and a boss and they're respected. And then they fill their ego up because when they go home, it's going to get depleted. So it's a love-hate relationship and it's very bad. But if you truly study people, that's a tip. I learned it when I was getting my master's. We had to take psychology and stuff like that so we could learn different things and how to pay attention to superiors and how they would treat people to make sure that we
Mm-hmm.
took care of people, especially in my space. I did HR, so I have to pay attention. If a manager and a regular and an employee walk in my office, I treat them the same I don't believe what the manager says just because they say it, because
Right.
y'all both grown. Y'all both grown. Y'all both got an interest. You want to keep your job. I want to hear what each side was, and you have to be able to do that. So I learned that while getting my master's. So that's a tip for you. If your person is micromanaging you, they probably don't have their shit together at home. They're like my stories, everybody be with each other. No, for real, because I think Adam was about, he was with the twin sisters, and then this person, and the one guy with the dark mustache on One Life to Live, child, by the time he was done, he's a Tales from the Crypt Keeper. He is old as hell. No one else is in the town or the state. I
That's
think
how it
they
is. They
try to,
mess with the same people.
right?
Like y'all don't want to go outside the box.
I get dating, and it makes a little bit more sense when it's between equally yoked. So when you stay within your tax bracket, the pool is small. I get that when you don't want to date outside of the tax bracket pool because you probably have some types of trauma with that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're okay with going to just get somebody,
Because
anybody,
of their
why?
looks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, everybody said this is the best new hottest game, the new shiny toy, the new car everybody want. So let me just fuck with this person. Oh, how is she? And then they talk about it. They actually talk to each other, asking them how that girl was and stuff. So you mean to tell me you can't ask her if she got a friend for the other person? You can't date a sister. You can't do none of that. You legit have to go with the person that already was out there. Y'all need some rest. Again, the drugs, the not getting no sleep, not eating properly, you're self confident. Y'all need to eat. You need to
Mm-hmm.
take your vitamins. You need to drink your alkaline water, and you need to seek a therapist. And if you don't want to go to see a therapist, just get my planner because y'all need better planning in your life. I use my planner because you have to revisit over and over. You got to keep affirmations in you. Social media will have you going nuts. And the people you be around, how do y'all brain work if you high all the time?
It's not working properly.
Don't you lose brain cells with some of them? I'm not being funny. I'm
No,
being
some
for
of
real.
them you can, but that's what I'm saying. You're not in your right mind anyway, so you're not thinking properly.
But what about when you come down? Because clearly they weren't addicted. So it don't seem like last thing, y'all. When she came home, she's not doing the is she still doing the stuff?
I don't think so. I think she only did it when she was around
With
him because she knew that helped her get through all everything she had to do. I don't think she did it at home. She would never be able to recuperate if she did it at home.
well, let's just say this too. You can with alcohol. Let's just say this. Sometimes taking those, because she took X. X supposedly, I never took it, y'all. I used to want to, but then I got scared. I saw a thing about a rave in Pomona, and some people was just dying. I'm afraid to die. But when you take it, supposedly she said it allowed her to be free and explore and do X. So she's still, again, when we talk about how they not talking about certain shit like it's bad, but then you want to say it's bad afterwards. No, you don't like it
I
afterwards because
think
he
it
don't give
depends
you the
on yeah,
response.
it depends on when you because I tried it before and
Oh,
it do make you feel like how can I describe it? It made me feel like my sensations was on like 1,000 or something. Like if somebody touched me like that, it felt so good. Like it's hard for me to explain how it felt, but that's how it felt. Now, would I try that stuff now? Hell no. I tried it when
no.
everybody was doing it and it wasn't cut or nothing. Like it wasn't cut. But that's
Okay.
how I felt like everything just felt so good and everything like you was floating. That's what it felt like you was floating. It didn't make me feel how I feel if I try to take an edible or something. Like it was a totally different feeling. Like it was
Did you feel
a
like more free? Like you could just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you floating in the air and anything that touched you felt so good. Like, oh my gosh. That's how it felt. But so I can see people wanting to feel like that if they got to do that and not be sober. And just think she said when she did it sober, she didn't like it. She had to be on something. So I can understand people why she would want to be like that, but not every single day. it's no way you could be on that. Well, some people are on it every day.
But she
But
wasn't doing it every single day, but sometimes she said she would take it every 2 to 3 hours. But
yeah,
again,
that's what
to
I
be
didn't get. If you was taking it
so
every
can
two
you
to
do
three
that?
hours, huh?
So do it wear off in an hour or something? I've heard it
No, that's
that
why I said I
people.
wonder if they had to do it like that because their bodies
Oh,
were
she
so
said it would be
built.
pieces.
Yes, sometimes she said they would take it in pieces and sometimes they would take whole ones. But then just think it's different dosages on that too. But then I think that their body was so used to taking them all the time, they would have to take more. So that's probably why they had to take it every 2 to 3 hours because their body was already immune to taking them all the time. So it's not going to have that same effect.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
think that's the only reason why they had to put, because when they said that today, that they had to take them every 2 to 3 hours, I'm like, dang, like that should last for at least about some hours to where y'all be finished. I don't remember how
So
long it lasts, but I only took a half too, but I know it was
I
more than
heard some
three
people say
hours.
like 6 to 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah,
Some
that's why
people
I
because
said I know for a fact it was more than 3 or 4 hours. I know that for a fact, and that was off a half.
okay. Okay. Well, I don't think she took it because of what she had to do. I think she took it because she knows she could enjoy what she was
Yeah,
going
what
to
was
do.
in? Yeah, she can enjoy it. She can
Yeah,
block
because
everything out, and it still made it feel good to her. Like you might as well be high out of your mind if you got to do that. Not if you got to, but you saying you don't have to, but you might as well be. If I had to do that, I'll be probably popping it every day too.
well, so some people don't want to have sex all the time. Let's just say that. Some people don't want
I
to
don't
have
think
sex
she
all
wanted
the
to have
time.
sex all the time,
Yeah,
but she did.
sometimes that's why I'm saying a lot of this stuff go in everyday stuff, and we're looking at it on a bigger scale, but it's on a smaller scale as well. That's why it's called liquid courage. There are some of us that have been with people, and you need 2 or 3 shots first, simply because it just relaxes you.
Relaxes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yes, sometimes you just got everything you're thinking about from the day. You can't relax. Even hearing about trying something new is like, I don't even want to try that. And it don't even be that bad. It just be, I just don't want to because you in your head, are you thinking,
Hmm.
can we just hurry up and get this over with? You're thinking that. So that's why I really dislike when people say that somebody was made to do something. You weren't. And we all have been there typically. Some people, if you got a sex addiction, it's nothing for you. But a normal everyday person that's working, or if you have a partner that could go for hours and hours and hours, you don't want to have sex today and tomorrow. You just don't. Your body don't operate the same. So
And
there
just
are
think if
people,
you doing that for 18 to 30 hours, like
right,
that's insane.
right. You need it for what you're about to do. Now, need
Yeah.
could be a true word, but made to, this girl wasn't made to do shit. She wasn't made to do anything. If she said she didn't like something, he would say, then let's just end it right here because that's reality. If your partner told you what you want, they don't want anymore, if you couldn't accept what they have or what they want or what they're offering, you're going to leave that relationship. It's called a
Mhm.
breakup. There is nothing wrong with that man saying, okay, if this is what you want to do, since that's the whole basis of our relationship, then that means the relationship is over. There's nothing wrong with that. But you should also know that coming out of your mouth. But you probably don't because you keep saying stupid shit
Well, she
like
said
we in our house.
she didn't understand the terms and condition of their relationship.
But he never said, I want to be with you. He never
Yeah.
said,
I was
come meet
like, I
my
don't know why she
family.
didn't understand it when he said that he
And you were
wasn't used to.
33. You were not a little girl. You understood. Stop trying to play the dumb thing. I don't like that shit about those pedestal bitches either. When it's in your favor, you want to play dumb. Like the little college student that be up there fucking with the basketball player or the football player that's this color. And then when your people find out, oh my God, but I didn't want to do it. And he raped me. Huh? That's not right. No, ma'am. No, you liked all of it. It's some of it that you didn't prefer to do. Like Armand said, keep the lights on. It's a lot of shit we don't prefer to do. It's a lot of shit your husband don't prefer to do. It's a lot of shit you don't want to do as a parent. It's a lot of shit your kids don't want to do. They don't want to hand you that goddamn remote. You don't want to get up and make them breakfast on Saturday morning. Everybody is doing something you don't want to do. You weighing out your pros and cons. Ma'am, You chose yours and you got what you asked for. You're not
Right.
going to get everything that you asked for. You got what you agreed to. If the shit wasn't serving you, guess what I would have did? I would have showed up in a business suit with no panties on, and we would have had a business meeting. And before he could touch me, we would have a nice business meeting and we would renegotiate, because now I've been with you for a while and I would like my annual review. I would have really twist the shit around, and you need to make
And she
something.
probably would have. She probably really would have really got it if she would have.
I think so. I'm
I
trying to
think so
tell
too.
you. He is a business mogul. He is excited by business. He likes that type of shit. People that make money like that. Hell, I'm excited by people that are smart and that are business wise.
Hmm.
It's just, listen, that means you wasn't paying attention to that man. You was only paying attention to the easiest thing for you to do when you should have been maximizing your experience.
Yep.
You could stay with that damn man forever. Girl, I'd have been kept. But okay, that's your business. And I wouldn't have had Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay? That's what I wouldn't have had. But by all means, if, like you said in your text message to him, your fantasy is that you got one in each hand, one in your mouth, one behind you, one under you, and him more oil, more oil. That's your business. But I think when you come down off of that and you think about the fact that you did it and you want something different from him and you want to see him a different way, I think that you let yourself down a little bit. And it's reality. It can happen. It can happen where you sleep with somebody and you be like, why did I do this? And you cry and you're upset. You don't hate the person, it's something in you. Now you're breaking yourself down. And I think you shouldn't do that. I think you shouldn't do it. I hope she's used this time to get herself together, since the money is still coming in
Right.
and everything, and you've had plenty of time to work. And I hope you making a different decision for you and your baby, because you deserve more. You seem like you're a good person. You deserve more, but you're getting the more that you asked for. And that's not fair to then turn around and do this to somebody. That's my opinion. You to make her do shit. Okay. Thank you. Any last words from you, Rose?
No. I'm like, no.
Is that
Negotiate better. Look, negotiate your, and reach her contracts.
write
Reach
the
her.
contract yourself? Shit. Yes. And renegotiate. You can always renegotiate. You can always, and be okay with leaving. And save, save, save. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but they
Save,
not
save,
when
save.
they used to that lifestyle. They not, so that's just saying that for their
But
health.
if he's buying everything that she could have saved, anything she asked for, he just said okay. So it kind of don't make sense. Girl, oh, that's my last thing. If you would jump off, you can't take care of your family. See, that's what be making some of y'all broke, like the Andreas and all of that. That's what be making some of y'all broke, because soon as they see you with somebody or know you with somebody or know something is happening good for you, somebody anchors themselves to you real quick, because you typically come from a family like that, and you need to tell them to back the fuck up, because you're not in a position to do that. That's not your spouse.
Oh,
It's not your money. You you need to keep and build yourself up, and it's okay. Trust me. Codependency is a real thing. God said, fill from your overflow. Your cup don't runneth over, because your
right.
cup is every month. Okay, don't do that, because that's what happens. I got too many people that need me. Say what now? No, ma'am. And sealed the deal. She would have sealed the deal. She should have showed up in a business suit, and role played with that, and had a real contract and got it re-signed before any pill, anything, and that would have turned him on. And he probably would have wanted you right there. He probably would have canceled Billy Bob Thornton that was on his way, or whatever, ATL, whoever. He would have canceled it. She didn't stimulate his mind. Uh, I'm not victim blaming, because she's not a victim. That's my opinion. Okay. So make sure you go to Amazon under Melanin Madam. I have a journal and a planner. And Delta is coming out next week. It is done. Ta-da. And I have a cousin one coming right behind it, because your cousin be your best friend. They be your ride or die. They be the one to take off the tire while you bust the windows. I love cousins. So that's it from us tonight. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the replay. Have a good night.